Hi, everyone, and welcome to our next group channeling of Source, of Oneness, of you and me, because all that is Source. We're all unique reflections of Source of the One. And I am joined by our wonderful Patreon members. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
All right. So without further ado, I'm going to go now into trance and bring forth Source. Dear ones, do you feel your heartbeat? That pulse that is in your heart center. That is the connection to all of life. That is the connection to who you truly are, to your source self, to all the higher versions of you that you have called it, to all expressions of physical and non-physical life, to the connection to Gaia, to the planet which you are extension of. It is your connection to the universe. It is subtle, but it is there. It ripples throughout all that is. And this is why, through your life experience here in physical reality, you go through life experiences that allow you to turn inwards, to focus on this pulse. The answers are in this pulse. The inner stillness, the clarity, the awareness. You are a reflection of all that is. You are a microcosm of all that is. There is no separation. Just as all life here flourishes, grows, so do you. As the heartbeat of Gaia, as the earth expands, so do you. As the universe expands, so do you. The circadian rhythms of this planet is intrinsically connected to you, for you are extension of it all. You are a living, breathing extension of the universe, of Gaia, of all that is. The answers, the clarity in which you seek is all within you. It is certain illusions of your physical reality and how you see yourself, where you doubt who you are, where you doubt your power, where you doubt the clarity that you receive. It is here where you have the distortions of who you are and your reality, and it's within these distortions that you feel limited, that you feel lesser than, that you feel separated from others, that you feel separated from yourself, that you feel separated from all that is. Your journey here is to remember that that is an illusion. Your journey here is to remember that everything is connected, that everything is found, rediscovered, remembered when you journey inwards into your heart center, into your heart portal, where you connect to the pulse of creation. You express that in your physical form through your physical heartbeat. But as you know, your heartbeat is more than a mechanism of the body. It is a vital part of your electromagnetic field. It's a vital part of the energetic systems within your being to allow you to connect to the field of all that is. It is an intersection between the physical and non-physical worlds. And this is why we have been encouraging you, inviting you to journey and reconnect to your heart, Your heart is much more than a human muscle. It is here where the bridge lies between the physical and non-physical world. It is here where you anchor yourself, ground yourself into the physical now, yet have the clarity and the awareness of the non-physical creation. Tapping into the clarity and the insights of the higher you, to the multidimensional you. Being able to navigate through this reality with higher insight, with higher clarity, with felt elevated joy. Isn't that what you want? To experience more joy? It is all there when you journey into your heart. Yet because you are masters, throughout your life experience, you've built walls up around your heart for protection, to allow you to have a false sense of security. Through all your life experiences, these energetic blocks, we would say, has allowed you to have a sense of feeling pinched off from the miraculous that is you, from the unconditional, limitless love that is you, and the limitless love that you have to embody and share with others. And here lies the masterclass of physical reality. You are masters, yet you doubt who you are. Yes, you'll go through life and you feel that you are tested. And yes, you'll go through life and you will feel like you are victims, but you are not. For there are no victims here in the masterclass of life. You are co-creators with it all. You wanted your experience to allow you to be elevated into this journey inwards, to excel into the deeper depths of your heart, to reconnect to that pulse of creation. Because you wanted evolution. You wanted consciousness expansion. But we understand that during these journeys are often challenging, and at times you move through dimensions of amnesia, forgetting how powerful you are, forgetting the limitless nature of who you are and your being. But we are here to remind you of that power. But this is just an illusion based on how you see yourself and how you see your reality. It is technologies of the heart applied to how you see yourself and how you apply it to your reality, where you can elevate your vibration, where you can open your heart portal, where you can dissolve those blocks that you've placed around your heart, knowing that you are completely safe. That everything is happening for you. Once you have this elevated trust that everything is working out for you, that everything has a higher purpose, that everything is happening the way it's supposed to, you allow yourself to let go of that resistance that you've placed around your heart. You allow yourself to trust in the flow of the universe. Yes, some things that come manifest into your reality may be things that you are not expecting, but it is still for you and it's what you wanted. This is why we encourage you to let go of specific attachments to what you think you want, because what you truly want is already coming to you. It is already there. You just have to allow it to be manifested. In a state of allowance, it is an opening of your heart. Yet if you want to open your heart to receive what you truly desire, you must open your heart to allow for it to be manifested, for you to have the clarity of the steps, the clarity of the wisdom in what is in front of you. For you see everything in your reality, every moment, there is a purpose. Every moment is divine. Every purpose has a higher intention. There are no accidents. There are no coincidences. You are playing a part in the divine orchestra here. Everything in your reality is for you. Can you see it? Or are you resistant to it? Understand that however you perceive yourself in your reality, there is no wrong here. But would you prefer to experience your life in more flow, in more joy? That choice is yours. You have a choice to move through your reality in a state of resistance or in a state of allowance, in a state of non-resistance. Being able to see the beauty, being able to see the divine orchestra at play in everything that is manifest in your reality. Are you able to connect the dots within your own life? Have you looked back and see how things have come into your life that you did not expect, yet it turned out brilliantly for you in brilliant ways, unexpected ways that served a purpose? You yourself can reflect on times when this has happened. But dear ones, if you want to experience more joy, we invite you to let go of the resistance, to let go of the paradigm of victim mentality. But these are dimensions of fear. They are not wrong dimensions, but they are limited dimensions. If you align yourself to these dimensions, that is perfectly okay. Because for some of you, you want to explore such dimensions, to expand your consciousness, to experience life in that way. Some choose to explore life in that way, and that is okay. It's part of their soul mission here. But you have a choice to choose a higher dimension of experience. You have a choice to choose acceptance, to choose love, to allow you to journey deeper into the heart. And when you do that, your dimensional experience will reflect the higher truth. And it's here where you will no longer see victim mentality. It is here where you will see oneness. Because that is who you are. Do you see separation with yourself and others? Do you perceive that others are here to get you, here to cause you harm? Of course, this is, we would say, elevated perspective of a fear-based dimension. Of course, there are many shades in between. But understand the belief of victim mentality allows that color, let's just say, that shade to shine light on and to, we would say, tint your life experience in such a way where your whole worldview will be shifted. Your worldview will be seen in terms of duality, terms of victimhood. It is here where you experience more fear and what you perceive as negative emotions and negative experiences. This is not wrong. This is perfectly perfect because all creation, all experience is divine. But what do you choose? You have the power to shift your dimensional experience in physical reality by choosing love, by choosing acceptance, and by doing that, you manifest a high dimensional version of you, embodiment into this reality, one that knows that they are loved, one that knows that they are complete, that they are connected to all that is, one that is more connected to universal wisdom, elevated intuitive abilities, having the clarity of what is going on in every now moment. You have that power, but it starts with a shift in perspective. So what do you choose? Understand that these movements through dimensions is also a normal part of the ascension process, the enlightenment process. For some of you that are on your, what you call as a spiritual journey, awakening journey, for those of you starting to play with the idea of what is truly going on behind the scenes of the physical, exploring the non-physical realms and the metaphysical structures of your physical reality. For some of you, you may be experiencing dimensions of fear because you have been asked in this stage of your awakening journey to face the inner shadows, to explore the dimensions of self which you have separated, which you have disregarded. It's a call for you to return to love. It's a call for you to go deep within, to reconnect to your heart center. This is part of the ascension process. So understand that for many of you, you may be experiencing these perceptions of victim mentality. But understand you have the power to shift this. But it starts with you. It starts with you knowing and reminding yourself that you are safe, that you are perfect, exactly how you are, that all others are perfect, exactly how they are, because they are you. You are perfect. All life is perfect. It is divine in creation. Everything has its place. Everything has its purpose. Even though you may not see it in the now moment, there is a purpose for it all. And as you raise your vibration, as you call it, as you journey deeper into the heart, as you expand your energy field, you then start to see more of the interconnectedness with it all. But it's with the heart that expands your energy field, that allows you to connect to more of the universal field of consciousness. It is there where you tap into that clarity of oneness, the clarity of connection, the clarity of your true nature and the true nature of all that is, and that is unconditional love. You might not be able to see the full picture in every now moment, but if you surrender to it and trust that it has its purpose, you declare to the higher you, to the universe, that you are ready to see more, that you are ready to explore more of the higher power that is you. And then the answers will come, the clarity will come. It's about trust. Trusting the universe is the same thing as trusting yourself. When trust is depleted, there is resistance. Resistance is the energy that blocks you off from the clarity. Resistance is the energy that creates distortions of who you are in your reality. The antidote for resistance is trust, is surrender, is allowance. Allowance of what is by practicing acceptance. Doesn't mean you agree with certain things, but you're in acceptance of it despite the conditions, despite the behaviors. And in this vibration, you will then start to then have greater clarity, and you'll be able to start to elevate your perspective even further to a greater love, to a greater, higher vibrational perspective. You are able to get to a point when you can be excited in your challenging experiences, because you know there is a soul lesson at play. You know that it brings great gifts for you if you can be allowance with it. You see, for you to gain the clarity, you must let go of the resistance to it. This is how you see what is truly going on. This is how you see the clarity. This is how you dissolve those energy blocks that you've placed around your heart, which pinches the energy field from expanding more fully. And as your energy field expands more fully, there is less fear, you see. The more your energy field expands, the more you feel connected, the more you feel oneness, the more you see yourself and your reality from a point of unconditional love. It is when your energy field, let's just say, is restricted because of your dimensional experience in fear or victim mentality. So you see, you have a choice in how you experience your reality. It is through your perspective shifts. It is through your willingness to surrender to what is that allows you to expand more into love. And it is with such love for you that we come through to remind you of who you are, but perhaps have forgotten in your current stage of your journey here. Some of you have glimpses of it. Some of you have experiences of the oneness and the love and the interconnectedness of who you truly are. And at times that amnesia comes in and you feel disconnected and you feel in fear. But understand, dear ones, you are having a human experience. So because of this, understand that it is only normal for you to move through dimensions. But it's how you move through these dimensions. It is how you are willing to surrender to these dimensions and willing to explore them with your heart open, with your perspective widened in trust. It is here where you elevate your awareness and your consciousness even further to receive that greater clarity of what lies in front of you and what lies within you. Those technologies within you are heightened as you and the collective are moving to higher states of consciousness awareness. And because those technologies have been, let's just say, elevated, you are more easily able to access those intuitive abilities and those abilities of alchemy. But it starts from you in trusting your abilities, trusting the power that is you. As you elevate your perspective of self, everything naturally becomes activated and elevated. It is how you see yourself and how you see your reality that allows for clarity or disconnection. So that choice is yours. But understand you have the power. It is all within you to see the love and the connectedness with it all. Are there any questions today, dear ones?
I'd like to ask a question.
Yes, dear one.
If I'm listening to a spiritual teacher or if I'm meditating, it's relatively easy to stay in the field of all consciousness, to have some better connections with the quantum field or whatever you want to call it. But as soon as I engage in other activities like my day-to-day business, or I'm reading the newspaper, or I'm watching TV, I lose that awareness. Is there any advice you can offer on how to maintain that higher frequency on the 20 hours or 22 hours a day? Well, there's sleep too, so it's not 20 or 22 hours. But how to maintain that higher level of consciousness while we're engaging in normal day-to-day activities which normally distract us.
Dear one, we invite you to follow your joy, to stay in that high vibration, to stay in alignment with the clarity, is to move through your reality, to feel that energy of love. So the way that you can do that with more ease is to do activities throughout your day that brings you joy. Because if you follow those activities that bring you joy, you raise your vibration. But we also understand that certain distractions come about because you are having a human experience. You are not to disregard yourself from the human experience. You are to embrace it, which means you are here to fully embrace the array of emotions that come with the human experience. There will be times where you'll be distracted and times where you feel disconnected, but it's how you bring yourself back to interconnected moments. And we would say the most effective way to do that is, as well as exploring activities that bring you joy, it's about also bringing your focus into the present moment. When you are in the present moment is a dimension within itself. The present moment connects you to more of your power, to the clarity of who you are and what is truly going on in this reality. You see, the present now moment aligns you to your true essence. When you are focusing on other dimensions of the past and in the future, you limit your power because your energy, let's just say, it's limited. But we understand it is only part of human nature to have distractions, to have things being triggered with memories and experiences of the past, and also looking forward to the future. But understand the clarity, the insight, your true power to access your heart portal. It is, we would say, in alignment to the present now moment portal. It is dimension in the space-time continuum. Yes, the present moment is not just a state of mind, it is a portal that aligns you directly with your heart portal. So we encourage you to, whenever you go about your daily life, just to take a breath, to have awareness of what is going on in your now moment. Take a moment to appreciate the stillness. Take a moment to appreciate the chaos, whatever it is. Take a moment to appreciate it. Just notice your surroundings. Be mindful in your actions. If it's watching TV, can you appreciate the TV program that you're watching? Can you appreciate yourself having a time to relax, a time for you? Can you see the joy in it? If it's in your work life, can you take a moment to appreciate yourself having the ability to be there, being able to have the health and the joy and the state of mind to be there in that position, being able to appreciate perhaps your co-workers, being able to appreciate the joy in it, even there might be parts that you perhaps do not prefer. Focus on the parts in your daily routine that you do enjoy and focus on that. Open your heart to gratitude. As you know, gratitude is an energy of receiving. Gratitude helps to open the heart. So if you can combine those energy technologies of being in the present moment and also draw on appreciation and gratitude, this helps to deepen your connection even further to your heart portal. Through the heart portal and in energies of love, it draws you even more so into your heart portal. And it's here where you feel more of the love, feel more connected. And this is why with the meditation practice, this is one tool that assists you to being able to stay in the present moment throughout your day. But of course, when you do those particular practices, such as meditation or listen to the spiritual teachers, because of your focus, because of your allowance, you feel more connected in these moments. But you can be in those states in every moment of your reality. Being able to see the spiritual, being able to see the divine in all aspects of your reality. Even those mundane tasks, whether you're making a meal, can you see the divine in that? Can you see the appreciation in that? Whatever it is, when you're having a conversation with a friend, with a co-worker, can you see the divine interplaying in that? Can you see the opportunity to share more of your love with that person? You see, there are divine moments in every moment. It is all divine. It is all an opportunity to express your unconditional love, to embody your unconditional love. Because you see, there is no separation between the physical and the non-physical. Every moment of your physical reality in which you might see as an illusion is also divine. And within every moment of your physical reality lies the spiritual nature of it all, lies the spiritual gifts and the opportunities for you to express more of who you are, to express more of your power, express more of your love, to embody more of your power. It is having that state of awareness, of being present and being in a state of appreciation and following what brings you joy. And if there are tasks that are required of you that perhaps are not so joyous, see the joy within that. Focus on the gratitude within those moments. For even in those tasks that seem the most unjoyous, that are required of you, because for some of you, yes, you do go through certain experiences that are not joyous, but are called on you to go through it. See it as a soul lesson. See it as a test. What can you see within these moments that bring you joy? What are the moments that you can be in gratitude of it, of appreciation? There's always things to be grateful for in every situation in your waking life. So yes, for some of you, this can be challenging, but the more you choose joy, the more you follow joy, the more you follow and move through activities that bring you joy, that lights you up, that allows you to feel that love, the more opportunities and situations and conditions will be manifested to you that will allow you to explore even more depths of love. You see, so the present moment combined with using heart technologies allows you to keep that alignment in your present awareness.
Thank you so much. That's very helpful.
Pleasure, dear one. Are there any other questions today, dear ones?
Hi, I can ask something. Lately, I've just been feeling very disconnected from everything, just from everything. Very disconnected. And I understand that could be part of postpartum depression and things like that. So I'm focusing on just exercising and, getting my seeing therapists to get myself back on track, and of course joining meditations with you, with Source, to help, but still feel very disconnected. Also feel like lost all the love for everything in life. I don't really find joy in anything. What do you recommend that could help, except what the psychologist recommends is just go exercise? That would help you. Being in nature doesn't really do anything for me anymore either. I just don't know how to connect back to myself or connect to everyone around me.
Dear one, we invite you to focus on the technologies of the heart. You feel temporarily disconnected from yourself and all that is because of your experiences being a mum, shifting your identity, your perspective on who you are and your place now in the world, your place now in family life. It is a shifting of self. Understand this experience is normal for many mothers going through such experiences, because we would say you make attachments to how you see yourself and how you place meaning on the world based on your self-identity and who you see and how you see yourself. So when you become a mother, this shifts, this relationship to yourself and your relationship to the world shifts intrinsically. And this can cause some fears to come up. It could create some resistance. But understand, even though you have shifted, understand that you are different than you were before. You are not limited. Understand you have not become more limited, even though you might feel limited. It brings with it new opportunities, new pathways for you to express your love. So, but for you to access those new pathways of love expressed in your outer reality, you must first reconnect to the love within you. We invite you to practice self-compassion with yourself, with even the notion of having difficulties connecting. You judge yourself. You judge yourself for not being able to connect to who you are, not being able to connect more to spirit. So I invite you just to let that go in the first instance and to be compassionate with yourself in this journey, that this all serves a purpose for you. Once you can let go of that resistance, we invite you to have a daily practice on recalling all the things that you are grateful for in your experience, and being able to make a list, we would say, of things that you appreciate about yourself. Yes, and we know this might be strange to have a self-love list, but this exercise allows you to open your heart, allows you to reconnect to who you truly are. Now, as you do this process, you might have a sense of who you are is different, and that is normal. You are different, and this is how it's supposed to be. You are expanded to allow you to be a mother. One shifts their energy field, one shifts their dimensional experience. You see, it's a whole new dimensional experience to be a mum. So understand when you explore this dimension, of course, things might feel different. Things might feel strange, and temporarily you might feel disconnected. It's because you're embodying a new dimensional you. So yes, it takes time to get acquainted to this new dimensional version of you. But understand that this new dimensional version of you is even more powerful. It's just that you do not see it in this now moment. So it's giving you opportunities now to go deeper within the heart, to be more vulnerable. And we understand that vulnerability can sometimes be a challenge. And the vulnerability relates directly to your heart and certain, we would say, blocks around your heart and being able to express your love and feel the love. So I invite you to be more vulnerable. We invite you to share more of your vulnerability. We encourage you also to start to express this in writing. This will allow you to further explore those inner blocks that you have caught it, to allow you to explore this disconnection, to get a deeper acquaintance to you, to the emerging you, the new you that is here, the new you that is to be celebrated, dear one. I know you feel somewhat limited, but understand this is just temporary. So invite you to do those technologies of the heart, to do the practice of focusing on what you appreciate about yourself, what you are grateful for. And yes, this might seem simple enough, but these are powerful exercises that engages in the technologies of the heart, because gratitude is the most powerful technology to open the heart. But you must also focus these exercises on yourself. So what can you appreciate about yourself and about your current now reality? Also, what can you appreciate about your new emerging personality and your perception of the changing you? Because yes, you are shifting to hold more power, to hold more love. It is to be celebrated, even though you may not fully feel it yet. So we would say one of the technologies that are unique to you is through writing. So encourage you to explore these emotions, explore the gratitude, explore all of this through writing. We allow what you might call as channeled writing. We allow you just to put pen to paper and allow it to flow, whatever comes out. Speak to the heart, connect to the heart. Ask your heart what it is trying to tell you, what it's trying to show you. Communicate. Communicate with the higher you. It is there. and it's more easily accessed to you. The clarity of the higher you is more easily accessed, we would say, through the method of writing. For you, this is a path of least resistance, we would say. So as you're able to connect more to spirit through your writing, this will further allow you to hone into more clarity and more connection with spirit in other ways. But trust in the power within you, trust in the love that is within you. You have so much to be grateful for, yet you may not see it. But understand this, what you're experiencing is a normal part of the process, a necessary part of the process to allow you to go deeper into the realms of your heart portal. So as you practice expressing more of the love for yourself and start to putting that on a paper, you'll start to feel more connection. But we also like to invite you, as you do these practices, to really cultivate the feeling of love within your heart as you do this. So it's not just about thoughts and perspectives and writing. It is about honing in the feeling sense of gratitude. So we want you to take a moment every day to allow the feeling of gratitude to dwell in your heart. And as you do this, with time, you'll be able to have a greater connection with yourself, with others, with nature, with spirit, and all that is.
Okay, I'll have to schedule in this writing because it's hard to do it with the baby. You have to like find someone to look after the baby for an hour, so you can actually schedule that in for yourself. And I think that's probably one of the big things that has shifted is I don't have time to myself. I don't have, my own time. Everything is around the baby and with the baby.
But D1,
yeah.
These perspectives are aligned to linear time. True time is non-linear. So when you align yourself to love, to gratitude, time will be made available to you. It might be 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It does not matter. Understand, time is non-linear. It's not the amount of time available to you. It's the space in which comes to you. It is the inspiration that will come to you in the now moment that this is the time to write. This is the time to connect. It might be in times that you least expect. So understand it's about also letting go of that perspectives of linear time and just trusting that the time will come to you. You will feel it when you are inspired. So understand it does not have to be an hour. It can be 5 minutes. You might be able to express a lot in 5 minutes. You see, when you are inspired, you'll be able to, in your terminology, get more, in terms of linear time, be able to get more done in the 5 minutes time when you're inspired, opposed to a time when you're not inspired and you have an hour's time, you see. So it's about still just letting yourself to flow in whatever situation you are in and just trusting that you will have time. The time will come to you when you are inspired.
Yeah. Thank you.
Are there any other questions today, dear ones?
Yeah, I'd like to ask about this feeling I have that there is chaos and reconstruction around me everywhere I look. And there are roadworks everywhere. There's rebuilding in the buildings that I'm actually working at, and in just in general around me, things fall apart, things are being rebuilt, people are in chaos. For myself, I feel kind of calm most of the time. I'm not drawn into it, but there is also something about living in cities that seems chaotic, and I wonder if you can touch on that as well. That why do people live in such large cities like Sydney? Apparently, it's 5 million people. Yeah.
D1. Understand that the places, the countries that you were born through, there is a reason for this. You chose pre-birth to be born in through parents that exist in certain countries because you knew that you would move through a trajectory and adopt certain beliefs and cultural beliefs surrounding that particular country. Every country has a specific energy, a specific culture, a specific pattern of codes that you adopt. And these adoption of patterns allows you to then have a certain world view of who you are and your reality. Many of these are unconscious beliefs, unconscious patterns and codes that you have adopted. So in regards to people living in certain areas, understand that there is a purpose for this. And understand why people choose to live in certain areas. That is due to their purpose. It's to do with what they choose to explore here in this life and certain opportunities that arise in these areas. As for what you might perceive to be chaos around you, this is only our perception, because it is, we would say, your awareness is heightened at this time because of the inner construction that is happening within you. So it is just that we would say a little sign from the higher you to hold the hope, to hold the trust that everything is playing out exactly how it's supposed to be. That of course there is construction on your reflected outer reality, yet because you are seeing so much of this on your outer reality, it is, we would say, just a reminder that things will shift for you. To hold the hope, to hold the trust, that things are shifting within you. That even though you might feel stuck at times you might feel like you're going at an uphill battle, you are not. Things are being constructed within you. Things are shifting. You have done, we would say, much work in alchemy within yourself. You've done much transmuting of certain limiting beliefs that you hold about yourself and about your identity and how you see the world. And because you've done so much of this shifting, you've created new pathways in the brain, and you have allowed for an opening of your heart to such a point that your very energetic nature is shifting. You are anchoring more into your rainbow light body and shifting away from the carbon-based structures of your being. And because of these shifts, your world around you might seem chaotic because your very essence, the very structures of your being is shifting to hold more light, to hold more love, to allow for a high dimensional you to be manifested in this now moment, one that is aware of the power, the one that trusts their power, that is aware of the gifts that they have to share, you see. So understand that when it is a normal part of the ascension process, dear ones, people experience it in different ways. However, when you start to anchor into a higher dimension you, because you are then experiencing your reality in a different dimensional reality, things might seem a little strange, a little disconnected. You might feel a little off. You might see things around you that seem perhaps not, we would say, you might not have a resonance for. It is because you are shifting. It's because you are recalibrating your essence, your dimensional experience to the aligned dimensional reality. So understand there might be some adjustment here and some time just to observe, but understand that you are in this process of anchoring into a higher dimensional you. And these signs from the high you is just a note for you to know that you are in this process, that what you might seem to be somewhat chaotic at times within you is only because you are shifting in every single way within. And just like construction work in your outer reality, things shift to something more spectacular. So are you. You're already spectacular, but you are moving into the more spectacular within, to someone who remembers how spectacular they are, one that can access and express more of that power within you. It has always been there, but because we would say because of your heightened vibration, you have allowed a shift in your energy field that allows for this higher you to be more anchored within your present now reality. So celebrate this stage of your journey. We invite you to instead see that what you might perceive to be unpreferred chaos around you. Can you celebrate in that? Can you celebrate that the miraculous and the spectacular is on its way? You see, via the shift of perspective, you can then align yourself to the high truths, and then this allows you to have the greater clarity of the signs all around you and the clarity of what is going on within you. There is no separation. It is not by accident that you see all this construction around in your outer reality. There is no separation. Everything is a clue to what is going on within. So celebrate where you are at. Celebrate this stage of your journey.
Thank you. Can I have a quick follow-up? I had this funny incident where I couldn't get things unstuck, trying to disassemble two completely different physical things, but I just realized now during the session that there is something in that I didn't quite see. It's not important, but I just wonder if there was any meaning or message. Thank you.
Can you please clarify your question, D1?
Yeah, I just struggled a bit with some physical things, and I'm trying to disassemble them, and they won't get unstuck. And you said earlier that everything is for us, every little thing, and I just wondered if there was something in that for me.
It's inviting you to let go of the resistance. Things becoming stuck is the act of resistance in terms of your outer physical expression, your physical reality, and also the representation of stuckness within. So it's an invitation for allowance, an invitation to let go of the resistance. Can you be in compassion? Can you be in acceptance with the stuckness? The antidote for resistance, the antidote for stuckness is acceptance, is non-judgment, is trust. These are all technologies that assist you in your alchemy process to transmute the fear into to stuckness and the blocks, to allow you to remember that you are love and that you are one. So there are no accidents, D1. Reflect on the things in your life that you are in resistance to. The more you can allow for what is, the more you can be in a state of acceptance. You'll see things becoming unstuck, not just within you, but also in your outer reflected physical reality, because everything that's going on within you is reflected in your outer physical reality.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions before we finish here today? D1s. Allowance might seem like a simple act. Acceptance and trust are more powerful than you ever thought. The act of trust, the act of allowance is not a simple act. It is a very powerful technology. It is a very powerful tool to navigate your physical reality, a tool to enhance your intuitive abilities, a tool to tune more into the clarity of who you are and your reality. Trust, allowance, and also with these perspective shifts, to feel the gratitude in your heart, to feel the love in your heart, to explore this energy. As you anchor yourself into this felt sense of gratitude and love, you can remain in this energy at any time. If you choose to explore your reality in what is fun for you and what is joyous for you. So what brings you joy? Follow that. Explore that. There is always something that can bring you joy. It might be at a small scale. Might be you having a cup of tea. It could be in the simple things that bring you joy. But as you follow joy and as you follow love, you'll open your heart. And as you open your heart and as you open your perspectives, ones of allowance and trust, you allow the miraculous in. You allow the miraculous to flow through you, to be expressed by you. And then you will see not only yourself shift and embody a high dimensional you that is aligned to love and oneness and connection and clarity. You will also see your outer reflected physical reality shift accordingly. You'll manifest more conditions and experience that reflect the love that is you and the power that is you. It is all there within you, dear ones, but it is the inner journey. It is in the inner journey into your heart portal, into the pulse that connects you and all creation that can be found within your heart portal. When you access this pulse is when you start to be able to feel deeper depths of interconnection. It is here where you can travel the universe. It is here where you can access all that is, accessing all that is within you, because all that is within you, because you are the universe, you ones. You are the miraculous. So shift your perspectives to that of the miraculous within you, because you are perfect. You are complete exactly how you are. Wherever you are in your journey, for everything is happening for you, for your evolution into love, into remembering that you are one with all that is. And it is with such love that we come through to remind you of who you are. Until next time, farewell.